Hello.
Yo, what up? This song is pretty good. Were you all
What?
jamming for that timer?
Yes.
Because we were.
Well,
Hell
too
yeah.
bad YouTube won't be.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, they could if they wanted.
Too bad. I cut out the 2 minutes we were jamming.
damn
I
it.
see, because you're
Oh.
recording. That's right.
Haha.
I see.
Okay.
Anyways, Ace Attorney, everyone.
It's Paul Justice. We're back. Guys, I just ran here from 2 years ago. We just finished Ace Attorney 3. What's been going on since then?
Oh, you know.
An entire
pass.
spin-off question mark of
Yeah.
Ace Attorney got
Wow.
localized?
Prequel?
I've gone through some
yeah.
changes since then.
Prequel?
Hi.
Eyeball people.
Look at these characters.
Look at this.
Love them.
I love it.
Oh,
We
he
got
looks so good.
this. We got this for future, but we're not now. But yeah, I could like change my music if I wanted to.
Wow.
Incredible.
And
Well,
this
I'm not-
also includes Spirit of Justice, right?
Yes.
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 And
Which
also
we are not replaying. By the way.
Yes. There is already a playthrough of that on the channel if you want to give that a watch after
Oh.
we finish these first
It's already
two
starting.
games, I guess.
I thought it was gonna be select chapter before
Oh.
or episode before we went
Oh,
straight
right
in.
into it.
I think this is you.
Bingo.
Wait, is this the correct one?
Yeah, you're good, bud.
Yes. Okay.
It's gonna be me and Jay. Showdown time. You lose. Ah! I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that? What happened? What's going on?
What happened?
This is already so stylish.
know.
Guys, it's April. Did you know that?
It's
Dude,
April.
it's
Happy
April.
April. Not only is it April, it's 420.
Dude!
It's for
Let's
You had a scream.
go!
Nice.
I think you had one scream in there, Jay. I thought you had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
It's okay.
I also
We'll figure it
forgot I have found the ability that we can just do this if you want to look at
Ugh.
something.
Wow.
Whoa!
Can we look at the painting? What's that painting going? Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a
this
very
is,
nice painting.
That's the old
Uh,
judge.
The judge.
Handsome
Is
man.
this
Previous
the
judge.
It's a little
I think
Oh,
it's
the judge's father. That's Dudge.
Mm, oh,
Okay. Deep
nice
look.
couch. Anyways,
Panicked, palm sweaty, knees weak, arm spaghetti. I can admit it. I'm nervous.
is this accurate, Jay?
Oh, don't be bad. Good morning.
I think that's you.
You think it's me? Oh, good morning.
No, no, it's
That's
not.
not Larry.
Nope.
Oops.
Oh,
That's
wait, is
Wonder.
this? That's me. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dollar General off-brand.
Good morning.
No.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight.
What? No, sir. No, I'm loose. I'm fine.
You're what?
That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh?
I'm fine. I got 5 in to do my chords of steel voice workout. I'm fine.
That explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift.
Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift.
As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through.
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
One more thing.
You're the murderer?
Don't say you're fine quite so much.
They're already trying to push down his quotes.
People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything.
No.
The defendant has been accused of murder. And my boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did. Not him, no way.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
hi?
Oh! Good morning.
Morning. It's all up to you today.
First trial. Nervous. Meeting him. Cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something.
So, you're...
Fine. I'm fine.
Oh, Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name.
Off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend, so why?
You'll see.
Shut your mouth.
You can do it. Be confident.
I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean,
It's time. Shall we?
yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice.
Oh, yeah.
420!
Nice.
Yeah!
Yeah! We're gonna do this
Yeah!
all the time!
As for who's played what, I played the whole thing, and I remember most of it.
I played the whole thing. I remember at least key moments and stuff like that.
I know nothing.
I played
know
like
what
the
Stream
first
knows.
trial and a half, and I remember basically nothing.
Okay.
It's Fire
Okay.
Emblem Day.
What'd you say, Jay?
I would say I know what stream knows. I've only ever seen through stream.
Gotcha.
Hi.
I'm on the wrong side.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Lunar, I think we're gonna start with you as judge today.
Oh,
You're welcome.
man. The court is now in session.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is this haircut?
It's
No,
beautiful.
we're not on the wrong side. The defense is fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. I'm going blank. Don't panic. Naturally.
Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial?
Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really.
Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strange.
No, it doesn't.
Mr. Gavin?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was under the impression you would be heading up this case.
That was my intention, yes. However, The defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested, Mr. Justice.
Game's a
Game's
bit
a
loud.
bit
I'll turn
too
it down.
loud.
Yep.
Hopefully this is
What's
fine.
that?
Better?
Probably when the Badoops are played at the same time, we can have a better judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of judge,
Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin.
Okay, so Gavin's got travel experience, fine. But does he have colds of steel?
Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom.
Aye,
Yo, it's me.
it's you.
It's me.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright.
Let's put the past behind us, shall we?
It's Phoenix!
These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, how could this have happened?
I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne?
To think I saw you enter this room, a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains.
Ah, Winston Payne, subtle as ever, I see.
The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. You heard me right.
I wish I hadn't.
Ark, you're a little quiet.
Am I? What do I do about
Apparently.
the thing?
Maybe a bit away from the mic.
Not really. I'll bring it closer. How about that?
Yeah. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack! Killed him cold.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright, a pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice.
Grape juice.
Grape juice. It's apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence.
We have
Grape juice.
court records.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record.
You mean this one?
That one!
Yes. The very
do we have,
same.
Peppy?
We have the badge. Oh god,
Oh
we
yeah, I
have
forgot you could do this in this game.
three!
I forgot you could do this in this game.
Hey, did you know this game was released for the Nintendo DS?
Wow!
Why does it have a screw on the back?
Supposedly so that you can kind of screw it in from the other side. I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, I thought it was like stabby.
It's you, Paula.
Apollo.
Oh, there's a number inscribed on the back of the badge. Many numbers like it, but this one is mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. To tell the truth, I get a happy feeling inside just looking at it.
And that's
It's
why
like a
we're gonna show
croissant.
it to everyone.
We're really
Oh.
proud of it.
Oh, they have a reset camera button. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
Oh,
Too bad it's the right stick in, so.
Yeah.
We have the autopsy reports. Time of death was around 2 a.m., April 17th. Death caused by a single blow to the forehead. More or less that yet.
It's been 3 days since it happened? Usually it's the
Yeah.
next day.
yeah.
I love the name of the victim, though.
Shady Smith, yeah, that's good.
He's real shady,
good.
alright. And crime scene photos.
There he is. Shady Smith himself.
Hmm.
One of my
And,
characters.
and
But he's
then there's
dead.
the bottle.
He's dead.
Grape juice.
Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice from a bottle? Apparently, it's Mr. Red's favorite drink. I wonder how it goes with
Join me, Jay.
Borscht.
Yeah.
Borscht.
Anyways. Yeah.
Make a practice of checking it frequently.
No. The court record. Right, I've heard of them.
Use to look at the evidence so far.
Okay, let's practice.
I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
It's
There are
also a
also
profile button.
profiles.
Yeah, his profiles.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Christoph Gavin.
32. How old is Phoenix today?
33.
He's 33.
33.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't he like 25 in the first game?
Something like that.
24?
Something like that.
No.
Something like that.
And then there's Shady Smith.
Age 0.
Don't know that guy.
1.
And then there's
I
me.
was-
I'm 61.
So old!
I'm
Anyways.
confident
Let's.
in you. I
Yeah.
read this.
Right, use. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action.
Then you're done.
So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shady Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. I almost said days, I know. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant?
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club. It's a weird word! Leave me alone!
No, we won't.
On the night of the crime.
Never.
Oh, good face.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
That is a punishable offense.
But that doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. It's the same photo. As you can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself!
Indeed! It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Objection!
Phoenix Wright's based confirmed. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor.
Competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Come again?
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present. And impress women.
The scum.
Oh, yeah.
That will be our first order of business here, then.
To impress women?
No.
Way ahead of you guys.
Ah,
To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held at the night of the crime.
My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
The competition.
I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game, and our customers are happy.
So happy.
A pianist who can't play piano?
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend!
You do realize he won against you, like,
Shut
a
up!
couple of different times.
He
I was
cheated!
here,
Got
I
him.
saw it, I witnessed it.
Yeah.
Got him, Judge. Good job.
That's right.
Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor. Got the examination? Don't blow it.
Are you alright? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too.
My brain feels strained and raspy, sir.
You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher and cross-examination?
Obviously,
No, we know how.
we opened a court record instead.
Why?
I actually could do that, I was shocked.
Open.
We don't need it, right? We know how to play the
We
game.
don't need it, we know how
we
this game
cross.
works.
We cross.
They let you check your evidence during a choice, though?
For once,
That's
thankfully!
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Neat.
No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered.
Well, too bad. I think you'd better do more than think. You know it or you do not.
Fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present.
Close enough. Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it.
Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright?
Metal Gear.
As if. Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it.
Lie like a dog.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I'm back. You want me to say it again?
Nah.
Press button. Okay.
You can hardly play?
Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want.
Was that supposed to be a boast just now?
The title of pianist is just a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Very respectable pianist.
Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club?
We're saying that so carefully now.
Borscht Bowl Club.
It's a mouthful!
Pianist!
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They pay you just to play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all.
Ah, do I take pride in that statement? It's just hard to be an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes.
Porsche
Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost once. see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw.
You are that, Ian.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional.
He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once.
I played like twice, but you know.
Is that even possible?
Shut.
Hold it.
The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction?
It's quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market?
All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
Shut up!
The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through this small window. I can practically picture it now.
I was there for so short a time. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else.
The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Hold it.
2 decks of cards?
A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards in the table, there are some scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really.
Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other was blue.
As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat.
Yes, a game of hands.
This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
That's right. It was a simple game after all.
Are you sure? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime?
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I can feel that one's a lie.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sorry?
Right? There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you.
Sure, why not?
Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony.
Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony.
I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon.
Hold it!
silence?
The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law.
But why? That's clearly put you at a disadvantage.
And it's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes?
Are you trying to teach me in the courtroom with your own defense?
Maybe a little
Oh
bit.
no. Oh great, like I don't have enough to do already.
Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about that testimony?
Yeah, he's being a dick, huh?
Wait, something they said did ring a little strangely. Oh, just one thing. Now what was it?
When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. Gotta make sure it doesn't slip too far into Miles Edgeworth's sound.
Contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony. But why? I better check the court record. Maybe there's green cards. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony.
Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press.
Right, I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to the testimony again.
You're doing just
Beep,
fine.
beep, beep.
I'm proud of you, Justice.
Last one?
And Badoo. Let's look at our evidence here. Wait, what?
Oh,
I just read it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Bears
Got
in the-
Mr. Wright's prints.
Oh,
Bears.
No,
So?
not bears. Is there anything we can see on this though? Oh,
Vintage is
oh,
this.
oh.
Oh?
Huh?
The bottle is completely empty.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Do I remember the lid
You're up.
being something? No.
I also
Run,
thought
this
maybe
is
the
a
lid.
plastic wine bottle.
Whee! It can't possibly be the murder weapon. Anyways. Dude!
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
nice.
Nice.
So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle, right?
So
Not your
said.
name. Oh.
No, I got it. You're good.
Okay.
Is something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see. And it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
My guess is that that's not the one murder weapon.
Oh, objection!
Hmm?
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
Oh,
What's up with it?
Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case.
What about my court of steel?
You'll get your chance.
Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant?
Well, that's true. The prints.
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
He was also being loud.
Huh?
Listen, I'm funnier. But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
That's not weird.
Oh, it's plenty funny.
Upside down? What does that mean?
It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there can be only one reason for that.
Objection. I hold wine bottles like that all the time.
To brain someone with the bottle.
Points for the
It's a
yeah, points for the term braining someone. Also,
Right?
Like beaning?
Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the
No.
worse.
You're
The
Mr.
opposite.
Gavin.
no.
No?
Mr. Gavin.
Oh. I read
I
Gavin.
do think things are
and
going to turn
his-
for the worse.
Oh, I see no problem, Justice. The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
Got him to say.
Did you visit Mississippi?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. Yeah, I had a save. I just did a save. Every time I pause, that's a save. For now.
Not very cooperative, are you?
Oh, so Nick has retained the power to save from the earlier games.
Yeah, I'm
You know what?
basically Sans at this point.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wait.
you're right.
Hold on. How many save files do we have? My dream!
Yay!
no.
It seems like
That's
10.
great.
One for each chapter.
Nick just saves coming.
This could hurt your case.
I will also give a minor warning. The lights just flickered.
No.
Don't you
Oh.
dare!
Quit it.
A big storm is coming.
Quit it.
I want to just be
Honey, you got a big
You got
storm
a big storm
coming.
coming.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that.
Really?
Yeah, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? I'm gonna present to you the power of the Nintendo DS!
Huh?
Oh,
It's a
yeah, I remember.
picture.
The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. Obviously. The defendants used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call?
Doesn't even flip.
We got the phone.
Phoenix, do you still have the Steel Samurai ringtone? Do you? Fess up.
He's got
Let us
it.
know. He's got it.
Do-do-do-do.
The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative?
Nice save, Gavin. I better not waste this.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about...
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are.
So, someone else was in the room at the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime.
Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
I'm fine.
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. No.
The witness will state her name and profession.
I love
Alright.
her.
Alright, if I take the judge from you, Lunar?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
I surmise that she's been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. Horn.
Spiky.
Orange.
So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people.
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, the escort will cut them off.
You are sure?
I swear it on my gavel. Please come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure that it is okay. I have no idea how to do a Russian accent, I'm sorry.
Understandable, suffer.
Don't you just become V's
Ahem,
put
another
all of your
prosecution.
consonants in the back of your mouth?
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. We have the history button.
Oh, we do have the history, yay.
Yay.
Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's paraphernalia?
Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
And that will be.
My name is Olga Oh, really? Orly?
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Olga Orly.
Pun. Is it because you eat soup orally?
No, it's not actually. Oh, really? I just fucking.
I think it actually is.
Is it?
I think maybe.
I am employed as a waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. But I also perform, how was it said, other service.
I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures.
Da. Like, for example, this one.
A photo.
That's the defendant?
Indeed, on the night of the murder.
A man in white hat is one who has gone kaput.
Indeed, that is the victim. Order! Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is same way I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers. Casually.
Then the court will casually accept this new evidence.
Casual.
Another photo. Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout?
The hideout. It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested.
Oh, I love puns!
I remember that guy.
Soul bad guy?
Is room where murder took place.
What?
Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you.
I can tell if these are the best or worst puns in the series. Oh, don't worry, Clueless. They're getting a lot worse.
I want them to get worse. Da. Photos will be numbered and you will write which ones you want copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly, our witness.
Is it Olga Orly?
I think it's Orly.
Orly.
Olga Orly.
What's
I feel
the
like
pun
doing it the
there?
funnier way is also
What's
good.
the pun?
Olga Orly.
I'm trying to think what the pun is.
I think it has something to do with the Russian food or something, but I can't say for sure.
Originally? I don't know.
Maybe. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means you.
It
I
is the
have
meme.
done
I knew it.
nothing.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well, witness.
You will testify to the court about that night's events.
Yeah, Peas Lub and Understanding was very good. I like that.
That might be my favorite name that I've heard so far.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's good.
It is a really good one.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players with hats on, da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. And then, last hand is done. But something terrible has happened, da. That man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death.
Well, we already know what the wrong thing here is.
Good bit, Olga.
Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose.
Justice? Yeah. If you can come up with a more legitimate objection.
But he hasn't lost in 7 years.
There's a first time for everything.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecutor either.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on the side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Full house, 7 full of aces. What was the other hand?
Kings.
Chips, you say?
Da! I mean, yes! Imagine that poker is a war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table.
Kings full of aces.
Chips.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Do we just jump straight to it?
I am so innocent. Look at me.
I don't care if she
I've
turned out
done
to be
nothing.
the like true criminal. I love her. She's adorable.
Let's real quick just look at the new evidence we've gotten.
Yeah.
We have the phone.
Yeah, we got a lot in there.
Oh.
What's that?
Does matter?
Wow, the battery's being held in place with a piece of tape. You just buy a new one. Well, maybe he can't afford it. He just doesn't care.
Oh.
That's all?
That's it.
That's how my Game Boy Color was for many years.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's how my laptop currently is.
It's a picture.
It sure is.
We got some little
Dolls.
Some
Russian
Matryoshka.
dolls.
Wait, was there borscht here? Borscht.
Borscht.
Blech.
What's that thing in front of it? What's that little bread thing?
Little bread thing. It's a little bread thing.
It's a little bread thing.
Nice.
Maybe they dipped it in the borscht.
Maybe. Some
Grape
grape
juice.
juice.
Nick's booty.
Also, there's
Piano.
multiple bottles of that.
Yeah.
Sandals!
Sandals!
I'm
There's no
disappointed he's not
socks.
wearing socks with sandals.
No. Those are cool shoes.
Hmm.
I like Shady's whole look. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I could see his eyes, though. Anyways. You know what? I
Yeah,
hate it, but I actually looking at him and I think just Kiryu from Yakuza. Damn it. I don't see anything off immediately.
Well, Shady
I
has
think I do.
Yeah.
Those are
What do you
all
got?
red cards.
Mm.
What you seeing, Lunar?
I haven't. Okay. So is the ace supposed to, like, the ace of clubs supposed to look that different?
You mean spade here?
Or yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
spade.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's normal.
The
for
Ace of
cards.
Spades normally looks different.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna press a little bit, despite knowing what we need to do.
You are dealing cards. Do you do this often?
Duh, I am doing this. If customer wishes it, I will serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht.
Subpoenas?
It is my work.
Oh, it's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service.
Welcome you to Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is warm as the waitresses.
Thank you for not handing out flyers during the card examination. It's already April. How would it be cold?
Dude, it's already April.
It is April.
At the Borscht Bowl Club, we have pride on authentic rustic Russian restaurant theme.
Also, side note, it's April. That does not mean it can't be cold. It
It
snows
can
in
snow in April.
It snows in May here.
Yeah, and
That's
what
just
latitude do you live at?
Oh, you know that.
Outside it is city in spring, but inside is always as cold as Mother Russia.
No way I am going there.
When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning, da?
His locket?
I believe it was good luck charm, da? He gripped it many times as he played that night.
Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. Though if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift. It wouldn't have much lift. Got it.
The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about. I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket.
Of course, I knew that.
Oh, got it.
It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that.
No, a locket is a locket. Doesn't matter whatever I said.
It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society.
Hard of hearing or hard of understanding?
So, what happened next?
Something terrible you probably just said. Yes!
The defense will refrain from needless shouting.
I'm sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing.
Now, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was so frightened. Duh, I trembled with fear.
But the defendant would never do such a thing.
Well, now I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic.
If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me.
Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker?
Perhaps it is because the defendant has lost game?
Yes! A crushing defeat for a man undefeated. So it always is with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty fall!
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm having a great time. Can you tell?
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do.
Right, sir. Leave it to me. There were only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. the victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and if Mr. Wright isn't the killer. I've got you now, oh really?
Oh, really?
I'm just imagining that owl every time.
O'Reilly?
Oh really?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay,
Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Normal customers only choke on borscht.
No. I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head.
House report.
Miss O'Reilly. Really now? Did the witness, or did you witness the crime?
Oh, nice.
Good job, Spider-Man.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything.
Yet, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Right in
Balls!
the hairline.
Bald!
Oh, oh, it's blood.
Here's
Objection.
a photo. Yes?
The victim is bald.
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 Wait, hold on. Before I keep saying this too much.
Bald!
Ah! Here's a photo we took of the victim.
Yeah, that's her.
God damn it.
Oh, you're
A little
right.
smudged. Little smudged up there.
Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during the investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit. Bald.
Well,
Bald.
wait, was that to me or was that to him?
That was to myself,
Both.
frankly.
Bald. Bald. Are you bald, Olga?
I have seen it happen.
That's not an answer.
I'm not bald. Don't take my
Oh.
hat.
I motion to take the hat.
No,
No,
you do not need to.
can't allow that. Denied.
Wait. Hold the phone. Bald?
No.
Everybody's wearing hats. Or is bald.
Bald?
Kristoff.
The defendant lunged at victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss O'Reilly? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time, O'Reilly.
This is just Jay.
Justice.
O'Reilly.
I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
The thing that I found.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it.
Stop licking the horse.
I don't.
There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
Don't do that.
Wait. Oh,
Oh, did we just examine the last one that she said?
Oh, there we go.
After defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with vomit.
I think you're gonna get a repeat now.
You didn't say anything about hitting before.
This is so sorry. I must be forgetting this. Duh.
Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony.
Oh, duh. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, his hat says Papa.
And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind, and chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him? Something's fishy about all this.
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do.
Right, sir. Leave it to me. There's only 3 people in the room. I want to say "oh really" again.
You can. Nobody's stopping you.
Oh really?
Let's
Oh,
take a look.
really?
Wee.
Okay, this does say a single blow to the forehead,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
but it doesn't say anything about strangling.
It might have been
is
like,
there any sign of strangling? Because there's not.
Yeah, I don't see that.
you know, bruising.
Nope.
Any suggestions?
I think you had it.
Maybe that photo because it doesn't show any bruising.
Alright. No.
Hmm.
Isn't the fact that it's not on the autopsy report suspicious in itself?
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's my next guess.
It's fishy.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty or fishy. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Justice.
Sorry.
Like I must be on the wrong track.
Beep, 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 beep. Nope, not that either.
What?
No?
What?
Your Honor, the statement contradicts the evidence.
Uh-oh, it does? I don't see anything contradictory.
You sure about that?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Justice.
I'm trying. It didn't go so well.
Point.
So, I actually know what we need to do here, but I want you guys to figure it out.
Wait, you know?
I know.
Oh,
But
really?
Really? Let's
Okay.
take a look at the evidence. Scene of the crime. The juice bottle. We didn't really have anything we could inspect here, right?
Right.
No.
Yeah, we already looked at this fully.
And this didn't yield any results beside get a new phone, Phoenix.
Can you hit his like call button, the green button?
I tried.
No. Okay.
No clues yet.
All right.
There's a photo here. The game.
Is he dead in this
Uh,
picture?
Did she ever claim that about who won in her testimony?
Wait a minute. Hold the frog face. Can you go back to that picture again?
This one?
Bring me the cards. Why is there an ace on the floor? Or no, that's a two.
Oh!
I think that's a
Never mind.
2.
It's a two. It's a two.
Oh.
I saw for a second. I thought it was an ace.
Yeah, I see where you're
It's a
coming
spade,
from.
So
But
That was
it's
nearly an
different.
amazing deduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost. So good.
Sadly, the 2s have like one at the top and the bottom, and as well as not being
No.
giants.
Mhm.
But good thought.
Does Olga ever talk about who won in this testimony?
I was gonna see that. Customer asked him to deal. Cole, both player played. He plays the whole time with his hand on the locket at his neck.
Oh.
Then, then the last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. After the defendant tries to strangle the victim, he hit him with bottles. So it doesn't mention who wins. But I think Arik
I
just
see.
caught something.
He had his hand on the locket the whole time. Is that relevant at all?
Which hand?
The victim. Oh,
Wait a second. Hold on.
we might be getting ahead of
He's
ourselves.
not wearing
but
a necklace here.
The locket's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you press the first photo
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
So this photo or this photo, or
I would say probably that one because the focus
Olga's
is more on
photo.
him.
so this
I
one.
feel like
Are they-
both should work, but oh, this one.
No, because.
I would say crime photo too.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm leaning to because that shows no necklace.
Objection!
Yay!
Okay, cool. Maybe all three
Yay.
worked.
Maybe.
You know, there was one curious part about her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. What does it mean?
It also helps that we got that photo from this testimony as well.
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand and his locket on his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No, but look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew people to handle this.
But what does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no?
Taking it off? What, you don't mean?
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
Ah.
Eh?
Oh, you're here with me.
And this helps our
Defendant.
case. How?
What do you have to say to this? It helps that Phoenix did not strangle the victim.
Hi.
Why do you got that?
Oh, hey.
What is that?
I noticed that early on. I was like, well, I remember this part.
Yeah.
Say!
Mhm.
Oh, hang on. Yes. I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck. Don't, hang on, I can't read my language. Don't you? Oh, you mean this?
I mean, this.
Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter.
Oh,
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Lucy? So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence?
Well, now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game?
His daughter's name is Mayo.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost. Badly, really? That's bad? That's barely a loss.
that, well.
Miss O'Reilly, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Duh. The game began with 3,500 points and chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, large and small. Or small and large, either.
I was gonna
The
say the
one
thing.
who is winning, duh, it was the victim. For last hand, the defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and
And what? Finish.
And what?
Indeed.
And what?
Looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done. A common tale but true.
Methinks the judge watches too many court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years. So this testimony must be wrong.
Obviously.
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 Mr. Wright, you're a loser.
Yeah.
no.
Are those the usual starting points? Were there any, like, social rules used?
Special.
Special rules used?
No, not special. Usual game, usual rules.
Sevens were wild. Got it.
If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be, exactly 6. No! 7,000 points.
Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division. It's social.
Sigma, you can't find City Cat.
Yes. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
Duh. Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Count them.
Something fishy about those chips. Should I press harder?
What about these chips that are fishy?
They are bigly and small.
No!
6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't know how chips work. Some
Are there
red,
missing
some are
chips?
black.
Press harder!
There's an odd number of small chips.
Maybe you could explain a bit more about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained?
Objection! Poker chips are poker chips. Cat face.
Poker chip.
Good face.
Hold on real quick. There we go.
Is this a new? Did they change his face for the sprite?
I think so.
I don't remember him ever looking this smug.
They're not fish and chips. Not a chip on the old blog. Not a motorcycle cop. Not a...
Thanks.
Oh.
Now that I've pressed you, I better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yet, as I
Ten.
have said before, it was game, not gambling. Hard, perhaps, for capitalists to understand.
Got him.
2 types of chip: 100-point chip and 1,000-point chip. It is not money, Doc.
Justice.
Sir?
Don't you find her comment interesting?
In more ways than one, sir?
I'd have it added to her testimony myself.
Da.
Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony?
Obviously, there's no need.
Sorry.
Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this.
Very well. Witness, if you would be so kind.
Duh, Your Honor. Alright, count them up.
You know what, let's count them up.
Let's count him up.
Guessing bigger. So it should be 10
So-
red ones and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 gray and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small. We don't
Maybe
know that the
3,000.
big ones are worth more.
right. But that math that direction adds up though.
Let's press.
10 of them, 5 for each, for 500 each person. And that'd be 3,000 and 3,000, 6. I don't see any missing. Oh, Mr. Gabbin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why.
Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in kindergarten.
Sorry, I'm fine. I better think of something to ask. And quick. The 2 types of chips.
Duh.
The small ones are 100 and the big ones are 1,000, right? Mr. Fast Thumb over there? Right, of course.
Don't waste our time.
Is that all?
Yeah. Great, Mr. Gavin made me stop her, and now I'm the one who looks dumb.
Oh, Justice? Please try not to embarrass me like that.
Huh? Who? Me?
There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands.
What?
It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten, after all.
So I'm told. Calculation.
Your
Sure.
boss sucks, Apollo.
But I missed it. Which one are they? 1,000?
Are the small ones worth 1,000?
That's what I'm thinking.
Would it make sense if? it
Oh,
was
that
the
means
other
that
way
Phoenix
around?
is winning. Because the small ones are 1,000.
Oh my. Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
you got it, potentially.
Is this even new dialogue?
Yes, I think so.
You're telling me that Mr. Wright, undefeated for 7 whole years, was losing?
Duh. It must have been most unlucky day for him. I am glad I did not take another picture of him. It would break camera, certainly.
Thank
The
you.
trips, they went always to victim's side of the table.
So you're telling us that it was a one-sided game?
Duh. One-sided and...
Do you want to try Jay's attempt, or should we press the other ones?
I
gonna
like
try
Jay's
Jay's.
I
idea.
might be too far ahead. I might be too far
No, I
ahead.
like
don't
Jay's
know.
idea.
No, I think
I like
Jay's
it.
got it.
So
Big confidence, big plays.
Big reward.
All right.
Yeah, put
winning, but
photo here.
Jay, right?
baby.
Yeet.
Jay, be
You're
confident.
sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
Objection! It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Got him.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth on 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course! Duh!
You mean da?
Duh!
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The what?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5.
There is no 5.
There's a 5.
Still one.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips on Asahi.
Shut up, Jay!
If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100 points, and you add them up,
How much is it?
I'm still counting. Do it yourself in your kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This is clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice.
Thank you, sir.
Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction.
Both were right.
Move.
The issue was not either of those, it was
Wait,
with the value.
Wait, what's the question?
Consultation. console.
What is this?
Oh, so essentially you could ask your partner for like, hey, tell me the answer here in the next two games.
But it's
Not
not
available
in
in-
this game.
Yeah.
Why, help me.
Yeah, it was
Might
essentially
help.
instead of like when you get to the end of the dialogue, they tell you, you could be like, hey, please give me a hint.
Reliable? So, what's the contradiction?
Christoph, help.
Christoph.
Boss, tell
No.
me the answer.
Oh.
That's
Anyway,
only for the other games in this collection.
I like both, but right.
I like starting points.
I'm
were
missing
wrong,
the
but-
question, I think.
Yeah, let's look at history. You don't it out.
So
Exactly. Justice.
the question is, why don't the totals add up?
Oh, I get.
Because the chip counts. Well, not the chip counts.
Oh yeah, is it the chip count?
Well, no, the
It's more of like what we
The
thought was the
issue-
chip values.
Oh,
were
starting
different.
point. No, starting
Yeah.
points. It is starting points. You're right.
no. I think. Wait. Can we look at the picture again?
Yes, actually.
Yay! So if we're right and it is reversed,
Mhm.
it would be how many? If the greatest 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And those. So that still wouldn't add up, would it?
No.
No,
The
it
point-
would.
Yeah,
We're-
It does. It does.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does
it
that
does.
up.
You're right. Yeah.
I think it miscounted the first
7,000.
time.
It's the
Yeah,
starting
okay, you're
points.
right. Okay, so yeah, this adds up to 7,000 if you reverse the values.
Yes. Okay.
So that's what's wrong, not the starting points or chip count.
But
Like there
No, it's
aren't
the
chips
it's
missing.
the starting points. There's not chips missing.
there are no
And then
chips.
they both
missing.
started. They started with a total of 7,000,
Yeah.
and all the chips are accounted for. It's just the values that's the confusion. That's what I think.
Yes, which is the starting points.
Yes.
The way they're having us answer this is
No,
a little
I'm-
weird.
I'm.
I'm
I
not for starting
understand
point.
what Wander's saying. By starting points, I think the game means the amount of points that both players started with, which is 35.
Yeah. Which I'm not arguing that against that.
For me.
So both players started with 3,500. That's correct.
Mhm.
The chip
Yeah.
count is correct. So both are right.
It's something else that's wrong.
It's something else that's wrong, which we might get the prompt for after this. Maybe.
Yeah, for me,
One
starting
another.
point means like the original argument is wrong, not the coins.
It's confusingly
starting
worded,
point?
and
Yeah,
we'll
it's
find out if
confusingly
that's what
worded.
the game means soon.
Okay.
My bet is here, but we'll go for both.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, there can be one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips were the other way around.
Confusing question.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. They were
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me the photograph of the chips again. Give me that. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Did you get any of that?
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
I did.
Shut up, boss.
That's all right. I'm just teasing you.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
Objection! But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing! It's nothing! It's nothing!
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still. Ah,
Exactly. The small chips are 1,000 points, and the large chips were 100. Let's do a little math for the kindergarten class. Add up the points for each side of the table.
the victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and Mr. Phoenix Wright had 4,100 points.
Well, now. It seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible!
Michael had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning.
Yeah!
I'm coming for that hair.
No!
Now, Mrs. O'Reilly,
Miss O'Reilly.
you must have known the true value of the chips. Since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Catch it.
Good catch.
Is there a lobster in that?
I don't know if it's lobster or
I think
chili.
so.
Order! Order! Is there lobster in that can? It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened.
What?
Is he okay? Oh.
Who we holding?
Excuse me? You skipped my line. Oh. We must
Hold
now ask
it.
ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony at... Excuse me? What is it, Miss O'Reilly?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Miss Orly? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
A cheat? You don't mean a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
Scandalous!
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Great. That's great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting,
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious.
no?
No!
Nah.
No.
3 sevens, 3 kings, 4 aces.
Nothing wrong there.
It's just unlikely.
In the next moment, game becomes argument. Duh. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss O'Reilly! Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a covered-up lobster here. Well, folks, it's back. I was trying to throw back the covers.
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Nailed it. Not easy to make, in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
Full House is a 1990s sitcom.
I'm gonna leave Bob Saget out of this.
I didn't expect Payne to come back. Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker?
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. Damn.
Oof.
What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring in my kindergarten?
Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, yes?
How can there be 1 pair? You only have 1.
Well, you have
Oh,
one
yeah, no
pair.
problem.
You have 2 cards, which is 1 pair.
Oh, the 2 cards are the same to make a pair, and then 3 make 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind.
Is that because there's 2 parents and 3 kids?
That's a full house.
Doesn't sound very easy to me, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they really both have full houses.
We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat!
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Rockman makes a great point. He's so good at poker because his whole gimmick in the series is bluffing.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's good.
You bring that line back. If he didn't cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost this hand. Whoever's heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
I'm mashing the press button.
Hold it!
Just how hard is it to make a full house, anyway?
It is quite hard, It is making a pair and a three of a kind at the same time.
I guess that's right.
Very difficult, to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
It's very difficult, but it is not impossible.
Okay, full house hard. This line of questioning, a waste of time.
You think courtrooms 1 and 2 ever get jealous?
Yes.
Yes.
All the
This
fun
is where all the
stuff
action
in
happens.
Court 3.
Yeah.
4 of each card, you say?
There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from the number of seasons.
Ah, and did you know that the cards are numbered 1 through 13?
Wait, 1 through 13? What? Wrong.
Yeah,
Add all the
technically
cards.
right.
That's right.
Well, yes,
So
technically.
you got
All
the
the
Jack,
cards
Queen, and King.
In a deck, and you get 364 a year.
Jay?
Jay? Jay?
Oh no.
Are you muted?
Jay, read a line and he will explain it.
Read the line.
Isn't that, oh, okay. Huh. You don't say. Isn't that one short?
That's
Oh, the
why
ace is the one! Ah, fuck.
Yes.
That's-
He's having the ace be the highest card.
it is, but it's also 1.
It like kind of loops around, so it's the lowest and highest card,
It is multi-purpose.
depending on the game.
That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards.
Cool trivia, thank you.
This is a lot of fun.
You don't say.
This has
Okay,
been
but what about the
Shutakumi's
major
trivia corner.
How does the major arcana play into this?
Which one's the solstice? We're gonna be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this.
That was the most 999 moment in the entire Ace Attorney series.
How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace.
Where?
The one on the floor!
Is Jay right?
A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces.
That's already untrue.
No.
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 No. No.
And Mr. Wright's, too.
Yes, correct.
Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I should say, a hand!
Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please.
Please add the joke.
No.
Yeah,
Did we just present here?
Yeah, let's just
let's do it. Hey, you want to take a picture? Great.
look.
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name.
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. Oh, really?
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice? Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend.
Letters don't match.
In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Did you know this was made for the Nintendo DS?
Did you know that this game was made for the Nintendo DS?
Did you
Yes,
know that
I
we
did.
played the 7 and 8 game before we went back to the beginning of this series and played?
This is your friendly reminder that we played the Ace Attorney games a
This
little
is
out
your
of
out
friendly
of order.
reminder. We played Spirit of Justice first, and then we went back to the first games and played them in order.
And then played
Enjoy the playlist.
and then played the Great Ace Attorney before going back to Apollo Justice.
That's
It
true. It
was
was
the
great.
intermission between the main series.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. And go
What
play
is
Ace Attorney, it's great.
What is it about playing 7 and 8 and then going back to the start?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What particular point? Oh.
It's too bad. It scrolls.
Why, it's here, of course.
It's where?
There.
What?
Dumbass.
Where is that you're pointing?
Where?
Where,
What do you
good
mean?
question.
We've already heard today on the dangers of bluffing.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I better rethink this. Maybe point at the aces and not the kings?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Hmm.
I think you'd best point out your point again.
Oh, it didn't-
Alright,
it
Pointy,
didn't-
pointy.
It didn't.
Did it take health?
It didn't.
It didn't take hell, no.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
it
good.
did. Okay.
Point at the ace. There you go.
That should have counted.
That should have
I
counted.
should have.
Yeah.
Mrs. O'Reilly, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only had 2 aces. Then what do you want?
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the third ace in question.
I'm gonna throw this picture at you. Take another look at the evidence, you bald fink.
What if I take off my glasses?
Bald!
Ah, no! How dare you call the judge bald?
Don't you
Bald.
mind?
I want the whole courtroom to point at pain.
Bald. Bald.
ASMR.
Bald.
Gavin
can
says
see-
bald quietly into a microphone for 3 hours.
The defendant's hand also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, all right, and it's not. It's going right here in this courtroom, lady.
Wow, that was a good bit. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total, and I can do math, yes. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it, the 5th ace.
The one on the floor.
There was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards?
The cards.
The cards. The cards. Mr. Payne,
Yes.
the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
If these cards don't prove cheating or what's going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious?
Hmm.
Hmm.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Oh,
Hmm.
Victim?
Okay.
Yeah.
sure victim.
Seems more likely. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Oh.
Good.
Oh.
Good boy.
Eh.
Ball.
Well, time's away. Oh.
Oh.
Mr. Payne, are you all right?
Let's go bold again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice.
Could you share some of your hair with me? Just stab it on top and it might like grow on my
Very good hair.
It might take root.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Let's
He's
look
got
at the
half black
cards.
hair, half
You
blonde hair.
mean
3D.
this luscious hair?
So,
Look at the backs.
we all know the answer, right?
Turn it over.
Ta-da!
No!
Oh my god.
Only one of those cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know.
You take that back. You.
Oh, wait.
I'm an old man,
Says
right?
Phoenix from the gallery.
You see, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Shut up, purple
Oh.
man.
Oh, come.
It's not purple.
I already did this game.
It's not purple.
It's rose.
Roses
When
are
examining
red.
evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using to turn it every which way and to zoom in and out. What? Well, that should give you a better perspective on the case.
What?
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna zoom in. Oh, look at that. And
Enhance.
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 That should
We gotta make sure that it's a different color.
Hang on, let me get the eyedropper tool.
Wow. This
You
is
gotta
weird.
get the hex code.
Get the hex codes.
There we go. But we okay. No, don't do this.
What? Your Honor, look at this! One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color, which the other guy should have brought up like at the start of this. Are you colorblind?
My name is not good, though.
Impossible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand.
What was that? What was that? Oh really? Oh really?
Oh really?
What was that, Miss O'Reilly?
No, yet. I merely said. I have.
Your Honor.
Mr. Gavin, yes.
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat.
I'll tell you. One merely meets a friend, a comrade, shall we say? The dealer.
Oh.
Wait, so you mean this witness, Mrs. O'Reilly?
She's the cheater, a professional, I'd wager.
Lobster. Confirmed.
You know what?
Not
You know what?
Order. Order.
We
What was
have
that?
important science to do.
Oh, great.
It's
Huh?
lobster.
See that? Are we gonna see the
Yeah.
2 frames where that lobster exists?
Okay.
It's lobster.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, it's cute. Look at that guy.
Beautiful.
Poor
This was
guy.
Little
important
guy.
for us to do. Look at his smile. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's red.
He died smiling.
Good.
Aw.
He knew it was going to become a great meal. Anyways, back here.
Back
Ah,
to the Amanda
uh,
show with you.
Order, order. Where'd we go?
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage. I mean her mistake.
Easy boy.
Your Honor! Please recall the testimony we just heard.
Wow, he is Jay.
That's impossible, possible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand.
Oh yeah, we're coming to the point where infamy of Apollo Justice. Lots of flashbacks.
Oh no.
Ergo, Mrs. Olga O'Reilly conspired to cheat. Well, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith.
Let's jam out before
Oh yeah, we jamming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love this song. It's so good.
Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it is not too hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
What?
Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the courtroom at the time of the incident. Mr. Wrights? Oh, and if Mr. Wright is guilty, that means I am guilty.
No.
Oh
The
No.
defense accuses me of murder.
no!
No.
Oh,
no,
Mrs.
no.
Olga O'Reilly.
Goodbye.
Defeated.
Dead.
The lobster is free.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, lobster's fine.
Aw.
Not free.
Contained.
Lobster stays.
Ha! Taken advantage of.
The lobster almost got out. That was scary. Big Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly?
Cannot let the lobster escape.
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice?
Your Honor?
It seems you presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means?
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
Yay.
What?
I did it! I held out!
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Objection!
Mr. Wright?
Did they change his voice for this game?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That sounded different.
Yeah, it was a
can't end
different
the-
voice clip.
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
Maybe just less
What?
crunchy.
Maybe. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Thing. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
Objection! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous.
That's why I
Perhaps-
hate him.
Yeah, doesn't work out great for you, does it? Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. Is Phoenix on the stand again? Okay,
I guess
Leonard,
I'm
do you want
taking
the
the judge again?
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
Treaties.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before!
The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck.
Why use different colored packs?
If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed.
Use different colors and they still got mixed up?
I'm calling it. The victim is colorblind.
Oh.
Guess we'll find out. We used the red deck for the last game. Oh, right.
I see. But that's odd.
Maybe the dealer's colorblind.
For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
I'm sure that
Whatever.
was Gavin waxing poetic.
In the end, one card of the wrong color got in the mix. Which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises two serious questions. Apollo?
Yes?
Let's consider the first question, shall we?
Okay.
Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped?
When?
There are three broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swap.
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be.
Fuck off.
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
I'm gonna get your ass killed one day.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna try my best.
When was the card
Too bad he's got
swapped
plot armor.
into the deck?
Well, you guys think.
What do you think, Dame? What's the answer?
Well, if it was swapped while they were still playing, it would have been really obvious because,
It'd be blue.
yeah, the person facing them would see the blue back, unless
Yeah.
they were colorblind. But I don't think that's a factor right now.
Right, I
Yeah.
don't think that
Could-
Nick would be colorblind. He would see it.
Couldn't you say the same thing about before the murder, too?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was before the murder because
Or-
It
That
seemed
was
like
when they
after
were
the murder, all
playing.
the cards were face up, so you couldn't see them.
By that logic, is it just after?
Well, how would it be during? Well, maybe he's like a murderer by card throw. In the neck and dies.
I
Ah.
think it's after the murder.
I genuinely do not know.
Maybe the table was flipped during the murder, and they tried to put it back the way it was, and they picked up the wrong card off the floor because they said the blue cards were on the floor and the red cards were on the table.
I like
I did
after.
say. Perhaps it happened after the murder.
Objection!
Uh-oh.
You would.
What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly!
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap the cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
But take it from me, son! There's a lot of silly things in this world, but very little impossible.
Like your hair.
That's the truest thing you've ever said, Winston.
Have you seen yourself in the mirror, Apollo?
I still have it for now.
I still have here!
Oh,
now.
even when the backs of the cards are different colors?
Look, there's some here. Ah!
False.
If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
Oh, I
Oh.
think we were right. Quite true. That would mean the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I'll ask again. What's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would
Yeah,
do
good
that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us.
There's another?
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga O'Reilly.
Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for the blue card? Olga.
Olga, right?
Olga. She helped cheat. She's got motive.
She's trying to pin it on Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
So she changed the card to make it look like.
They sound pretty certain, Saps.
They do.
Why, it must have been Olga O'Reilly who swapped the cards. She's trying to cover up the evidence of the cheating.
That does make
That
some sense.
does make some sense.
Sorry. But there's a problem with that explanation.
How often does it if you take someone's line, say something, and it's also the character saying the same thing?
It's too often. It's creepy.
It's a little creepy.
I said it.
What?
The swap card was from the wrong deck.
Yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand.
Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors. Remember that you're talking about Olga O'Reilly. She was the dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake?
Actually, I have to imagine even the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, Apollo.
Right.
So was it her?
Phoenix Wright.
Shall what?
It was all a clever ruse to test me in this exact moment, and I hate him. The one who swapped the card was Mr. Wright. It was you, wasn't it?
And why would I do such a thing?
Why, indeed. Well, because, maybe you're trying to hide the fact that you cheated?
That would make sense, but the swapped card was in the victim's hand.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice.
Come to think of it, he would lack the motive for helping his opponent to win. Alright, who swapped it? Somebody else.
It was the victim.
Oh, the one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga O'Reilly either. It was Mr. Gavin!
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss O'Reilly at this point.
That's where I started. But yes, I know. We've already talked about that. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make that kind of mistake swapping the wrong colored card like somebody else told me.
And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Is there something you'd like to share with the class, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how fun this all is.
He's
Fuck
missed
off!
this.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't a defendant, and it was Miss O'Reilly, I refuse to say O'Reilly, then who was it?
You're wrong.
Yeah. Well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely. I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
Oh, really? We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong colored card.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake
was the number on the card.
Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king?
I'm sure whoever swapped it. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked the king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else that night at the scene of the crime.
Why did you withhold it?
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. Old man who is 1 year older than me.
This trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes.
Court is adjourned for brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Oh,
Certainly, Your Honor. I look forward to it.
pokering?
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes.
They go off to his chambers and play a game of poker.
Right?
I was just in the mood after listening to all that, you know?
Oh, I quite understand.
Do we have to take a picture of it every time?
Yes.
420. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Well now, I think you would know the answer to that.
Stop being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I've no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Count Kristoff.
Justice.
Yes, sir.
The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me.
Oh, no.
You did well, Apollo.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Aw.
Baby!
Baby!
Child.
Who is that?
It's a baby.
Baby who?
Baby daughter.
Baby.
But the
Child.
I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter.
Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did? It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat.
I never honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years.
Want to know something?
Huh?
There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
Eh?
You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In That way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like trial law?
Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win.
Oh, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information.
You're kidding?
That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly, she would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
No. I don't notice that.
Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you.
But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I pick up on those signals.
No, you can do it.
Eh?
You just don't know it yet.
What are you talking about?
But you will, soon. Ah, almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
What? I knew it.
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power.
My, power? I had no idea my call to steal was that special.
It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
To be continued. Well, it was a good stream, everyone. See you next week.
Yeah, good bet.
See ya!
No,
Dude.
but we still have so much time left.
Yeah.
I'm running out of saves.
That's okay.
It's the first trial, and you've already almost used up all of your 10 saves.
No,
Yeah,
my
this isn't how you're supposed to
saves!
do it.
Wait, courtroom number 2? What do you mean?
Blasphemy.
I mean,
What?
Is
To be a
typo?
different color.
Is it a typo?
Inexcusable.
Court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, recovered?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness.
Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again?
That's the thing, you see. She's quite fatigued.
You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne.
Phoenix Wright is here!
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss O'Reilly take the stand.
Who's that?
Very well, the witness will take the stand. And so the judge goes back to ARC? Question?
Yes. Yes.
Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession? Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poorer loser.
Not. Oh!
It's time.
Oh, she got so much cooler.
You're a member of Team Aqua?
Good luck, Leonard.
I'm trying to decide if I need to do a new voice for her.
It's
It is a new
Russian
voice, yeah.
pirates.
Just more confident.
Little Mother Russia.
Name's Olga O'Reilly. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly.
I love her so much.
Oh, right. Now it's me. Oh, really?
Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like, oh, really? There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
We could tell you weren't Russian from the start.
Witness! You will tell the court what you were really up to that night. With your gun.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see?
Clueless. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak for the future, but there are two characters who would disagree with the statement of everyone being fucking attractive in this game.
I'm gonna go check the casting chart.
Look at Ark's last character.
I feel like Nick and Apollo probably wouldn't find these characters attractive. I mean, they are ace attorneys.
Got him! Ooh, that's good. Nice.
I read this.
He's got that nice charm look.
Next line.
Next.
With who?
Next.
Oh,
Button.
you already read it. I thought you hadn't
Yep.
read it yet.
No, I read it.
Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences, but the ones before those, that's fine.
Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress.
So, you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that I needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend. The unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut.
His hat is protecting by the hair.
Jay, that's you.
You swapped the cards! Oh, it wasn't Apollo.
No.
It was the
You swapped the cards!
Ooh, dang, okay.
Me, the gangster.
Me.
Me.
Yeah. Exposed
you.
as a cheater and losing on top of it. It would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Indeed.
And I would
Caught
give him my catchphrase. Deal with it.
Getting caught red-handed and cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins.
A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card? That was the plan.
Oh, really, Aurelie? How droll.
I already made that joke.
But it appears you made quite the mistake.
A mistake?
I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card?
Hey, that's right.
He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be a slitter. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid from Olga Quickfingers O'Reilly.
Oh, really?
They're
Really
having
going
it
at this
in.
bit. Here we go. The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shit.
Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad.
Sure you are,
High
honey.
pressure point.
When
Cutie
you're through-
patootie.
When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court.
No, you're not cute. You're adorable.
Tell us about this trap
will
and how it
kill
was
you.
sprung.
I'd like to
Really?
see you
You will?
try.
Oh no.
That night I planted the card like I was supposed to.
Funny mouth.
and Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. And then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant.
A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark.
The trap was perfect, I tell you, perfect! If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up.
Look who's talking! I'm here too.
Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice.
Yeah, this first chapter is a lot of like, I'm here too, says Apollo.
With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defense like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors?
Yeah, a little bit.
For real.
This blended card, which card was it exactly?
The trump card. The 5 of hearts.
Huh.
Let me guess, Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 with the ace to make a full house. At least that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend.
I slid it into Wright's pocket.
When was this?
Why, before the match, of course, while he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we serve borscht and suckers.
Oh, remind me never to go there.
Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and then allowed to thicken.
Right, my health is back.
Yeah, I just noticed that. When did we heal?
Probably during the to be continued.
During recess.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Recess.
So, everything went according to plan.
Exactly. The 5th ace came up, so it's obvious the switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Wright would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud.
There are worse things to be known as, I suppose.
Tell us what happened with the search. The card disappeared.
Yeah! My trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone! Without a trace. Poof! Zippo.
That's a lighter.
I don't
There's
see.
a heart there on the
Hearts?
floor.
There's a
There's-
hearts,
There is hearts on the
and
floor.
it's kind of positioned like a 5. little bit.
Could be. Also, they rearranged my records. I don't like that.
Hmm.
Put
Two
it
page now.
back.
We searched every nook and cranny,
Oh my.
even inside his cute little hat.
Is he
Oh,
bald?
thanks.
Wouldn't
Takes
you
off
like
hat.
to know?
I do.
Winston Payne, you have seen me without a hat.
But something could happen in 7 years. Like, I grew hair in 7 years.
Mm.
But the card was nowhere to be found, is this correct?
He ate it.
My hair?
Tasty.
No, the card.
Both very funny.
Nom 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 nom.
It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that.
Oh, he ate that bottle of poison.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
This is
Oops, shut up.
completely in character for Nick. By the way, I'm gonna step out for just a minute or two.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Minute or two. Just pick someone to.
Got it.
Just in case. All right.
Did you read the line?
Never in my long story career Never has Quick Fingers O'Reilly been so readily duped.
Oh, really? So what did happen to that 5 of hearts?
Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant?
Hit me.
So the 5 of hearts is still missing in action. Hold it! Wait, isn't that a little odd?
What's odd?
You searched Mr. Right, thoroughly, and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well,
What was that?
Oh, God, I'm having a stroke. What was that just now? I smell toast.
No. Are you okay, Mr. Justice? Hang on, somebody get a stretcher. It's gonna be okay.
How's my smile? How's my smile? Am I fine?
You look great. You look great.
Oh, no, nothing, Your Honor. Well, what to do? Should I press her a little harder?
obviously.
When would you ever not press harder?
Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something.
What are you talking about? You? Me? Quick Fingers O'Reilly? Hide something?
The defense will refrain from baseless accusations.
I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true. I did see it. Honest. I saw it when Wright hit him. With my own eyes. I saw it.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
No. That's the back of her head anyway. Touching her neck, was it? Ah! That's not her neck. Sharingan? Whoa, what is going on? The sensation. It's coming into focus. There, the twitch. It's so clear. Lee, not the back of her neck. It's like I could perceive her habit I couldn't before. My eyes.
Oh, it's felt
What do you
extra
specialize in?
perceive. But
Her hair.
X.
we need to see. Is that the neck? I can't see shit from this angle.
Pretty sure that is the back of her head.
It's close enough. I like this trick. It's fun.
It's time for a gimmick.
Mrs. O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself, but you are touching your nut neck.
Unaware of what?
Wonder is back. What did I miss?
Hello.
We perceive.
None of your
Whenever you
lines.
get,
We perceive.
whenever you get into a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck?
Do it again.
So what?
Oh, tells. Got it.
Yeah.
What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort.
When she says that part of her testimony, she subconsciously is recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. And I'm sure of it.
A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about?
This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us?
Her habit of scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of crime. So what would remind her most of the moment of the crime? Miss O'Reilly, catch this bottle!
Oh.
Oh,
Whenever you recall that crime or the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I notice it happens when you think about that moment of the crime. There's some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an irreplaceable impression on your neck is this.
The cards!
The phone.
Weapon, you say?
Do we just go for this, or do you want to go for the phone, Jay?
The attorney's badge.
Perfect!
I'm actually not sure.
Oh.
It wouldn't be the bottle?
Well, you said phone. Do you want phone, or do you want bottle?
No, I was kidding. The phone has nothing to do. Every talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. What reminds us more than that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon? But something doesn't fit. You're the only witness to the crime. Why would you touch your neck like you're in pain?
What's he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you. Don't smash.
This is a cross-examination, not a cross-mile conjecture. The witnesses' habits, they're completely irrelevant.
How long have you been working in this courtroom, Winston?
Long enough for this to be
Justice.
bullshit.
Justice. I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination.
I'll explain later. Just trust me. That's your only chance to break her.
Look at little
Mr.
one.
Wheeler, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
Yet, I am knowing nothing.
How did you do that?
Iconic. We love the quick change.
Dude!
Ooh, I wonder what that's about.
We know you're not Russian.
The witness will testify, please. Now. They just
They
wanted
wanted-
to do this animation again.
Yes.
Ah, fine. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight till the cops got there.
You seem uneasy. I'm just staring at you now.
Stop saying that.
You try standing up here.
Your eyes are darting all over the place. I must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like?
Well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at the table until the cops came.
Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're going to give of this witness. So, what do you think about her testimony?
I'll tell you what I think. Her testimony is fine.
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 Blood.
Fine.
Fine.
Blood.
Fine.
Very fine.
Fine.
Blood.
Blood.
Very
Fine.
Blood.
fine.
I refuse your
It's
joke.
basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence.
What's that?
Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. This evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony.
She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. I know there's some evidence that contradicts that.
But who was phone?
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 Used by the defendant to notify the police of the restaurant's first floor. So, he wouldn't have just sat there. He called the police.
Yeah.
Yeah,
isn't
That would. Yeah.
That's it.
This time it is phone. Mr. Wheeler, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It says that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl, blah, 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 blah.
Ooh, microphone's not gonna make it. The camera, rather.
So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely.
Lobster!
Lobster!
Somebody get that lobster.
Dead.
Lobster's
Don't let it escape.
The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant.
Okay.
Showdown time.
That's Jay.
Oh, you done it? She stuck his pockets now.
It's gone. The card's gone.
You lose.
No!
Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me. Jay.
Oh, some legit. I thought you said that Phoenix did that.
the master of cheating.
When I came to,
That's the line you missed.
Oh, you're some master cheating. You are.
The victim was already dead. Is that it?
that's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in the league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure.
Hmm. Well, where does this leave us?
Madness! This is madness! I'm dreaming! It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this!
It appears our prosecution is at its wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him.
Thank you!
Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events?
Mr. Gavin? Sir?
I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar.
What?
Meaning,
Oh, you better check your pants.
3 were in that room the night of the murder. The defendant, victim, and her. And she has a motive.
A motive?
Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder.
What? I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me.
What happens to the judge now?
What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process. Probably Lunar now.
Mr. Wright?
Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin.
What are you saying?
Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder.
Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before the recess.
A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. A 4th person.
This theory again! Your 4th person doesn't exist!
Indeed.
Huh?
That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal.
The real criminal?
And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less.
What?
Apollo, Perhaps you know what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
Remember what I said. The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error.
He or she wasn't considering the color of the back of the cards.
Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur?
Colorblind.
The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue.
Colorblind.
What?
Yeah, but I had that impression too. It was me!
Oh, no.
But why? So was it Gavin?
Well,
oh
Apollo,
my gosh.
think you can figure out who it was?
It was Gavin.
Not me, I swear! I did not do this!
Because Gavin said at the beginning. Yeah.
They were blue.
You blue.
Who is this fourth person?
Why do I always get put in the spot like this?
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue?
It is so tempting.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Gavin said it.
What do you say, Jay?
Oh, I believe it was Gavin who said it first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Right.
save? Dude, indeed, I can't.
No.
Well,
Oh, that's fine.
All the chips. All the chips on Gavin.
All the chips.
All chips.
Oh, I should have tried it. Yeah.
We should have tried him.
As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair.
My boss?
Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night.
Jay, you jokingly said this like 40 minutes ago.
I just said it as a joke.
I know, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, he did say in the beginning that he was like related to the defense and called him in. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he could be a plant, but I wasn't like serious about it yet. But of course, Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards.
And Nick didn't want Gavin to be the lead attorney because he knew.
How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table.
But look, you can see the color of the cards in this photo. Oh.
Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light.
It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Well, Christoph,
Unchanged. Mr. Gavin?
Mr. Gavin, is something the matter?
No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden.
Use my special eyes on you.
Right, you aren't seriously accusing me, are you?
oh, Christoph? You know even I'd never take a joke this far.
God, this has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder.
I assure you, I'm quite sane.
I've known you for how many years now?
I
No,
feel like you're the one losing sanity.
because you're draining me.
Hee.
In my eyes.
But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yeah, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met.
Well, what if they have? There's a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started.
What are you suggesting?
Is this the truth Mr. Wright was saying or staying so silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the request that you...
Objection. The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr. Gavin, I really would, though.
Testimonies must relate to the case.
I could make it.
How could anything happening before that game of poker be related?
A lot?
Apollo just slowly backing away from the desk.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin.
As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly
Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you.
Oh, okay.
Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony?
Yes, but I don't want to say it.
Obviously, yes.
no.
Now we get.
This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along. And I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
It too, Justice? You would betray me, your teacher?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. It's about the truth.
Then I've taught you well.
Have you?
Time to die.
Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please.
We changed judge at the right time. Good. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin.
Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club at the night of the murder?
I dine with him rather frequently.
And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
Wonder?
I was muted.
Hello.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial.
The only thing I want is the truth. As I
Nothing
did
but the
back
truth?
then and now.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took your defense. It appears that I was wrong.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Justice?
Sir.
He's lying, and you're going to expose him.
Publicly?
Understood, sir.
Good.
Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright.
Good boy.
This can end well. Why can't I have a normal trial?
Apollo, I come from the future. This might be your most normal trial.
Oh, no.
They do not get more normal.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Mr. Wright, no way!
You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Did you have lobster?
Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently, and when he's paying, we have lobster. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual.
He makes more money playing poker than he did as a lawyer.
Yes.
Usual?
I always eat at the table closest to the piano.
I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting.
So, the plates and such on the table were from your dinner?
Indeed, the remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours, then Kristoff left. After that... Hold it! Is there not like an owner of this club? Can we get their statement on this?
Never.
No.
Okay.
5 minutes. So, the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time?
That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure.
Oh, Mr. Wright. What was it you said? Christoph Gavin and Shady Smith may have met?
I believe I did say that.
Here I was all nervous about this meeting. And now I hear they just passed in the hall?
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder.
Oh, it would be, if that were all that really happened.
Come on, Mr. Right, what are you hiding this time? Hold it! About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned?
The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut.
You swapped the cards!
Nope, wasn't me.
You swapped them.
And just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it.
A quirk?
I happened to put my hand in my pocket, and I found a card.
Oh, so you didn't have like some anti-gravity power, some like explosion thing?
No,
Just-
but that's a good bit. I do like
A
that
ghost
joke.
didn't
That's
whisper
good.
in your ear. The card she planted!
Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen if I disposed of the card before the game.
Disposed? Where?
On the floor.
There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle.
An empty bottle of grape juice?
The murder weapon?
Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see.
A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived.
More like a bottle of wits, man.
That sounds like a terrific drama.
A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look.
Thank you for the not so subtle hints. I swear I looked in before.
I don't see no card.
I don't see no card.
Ain't
The
no card.
colored glass makes it hard to see.
0 card.
There's
Nice.
nothing in there.
Wait, tilt it down again. Right there.
Nothing.
That's
Where?
right there.
Where?
I feel like
that's
there's a
the label.
second
That's
shadow.
the
above
label.
Oh, that's the other. Never mind.
Yeah, it's just...
I forgot that the things were separate.
Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3, approves of this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony with this new information.
I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle.
Did we just...
Yeah, why not? Objection! Should we stop here? Nah,
But it's
we
so
can keep going a
good.
little bit. Yeah, I know. Keep it
Mr.
for a
Wright, if I may,
Yes.
this shit empty.
Yo.
Yeet.
I don't see any card in here.
No.
No.
What, Mr. Wright? Surely new isn't all you have to say for yourself?
I can't say that I know what happened to that card.
It's an older joke, but it checks out.
I did put it in that bottle, however.
Eh?
Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped.
Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client.
Justice's clown. My apologies, Your Honor.
I won't have you disparaging our investigations either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing.
So, what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear?
In any case, please continue with the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence.
Oh.
Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
No. I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore.
I don't know if there's a we anymore.
You had dinner with Sir Gavin.
Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. Did we
Did we
read
read
this?
this already?
This really feels familiar.
Yeah.
But the usual?
Everything's very usual.
Like our usual.
Extremely
Yep.
usual.
Dude, I'm holding B.
Yep.
I guess we gotta present something now.
Game. This
We
wasn't the
just
bottle.
did that though, and the game said no. Do it again.
This is new.
Oh, the girl was not.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, you made the call from the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct?
Yeah, you said that in the testament, but we haven't pressed it yet.
okay. Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout.
Was
The Jacqueline hideout.
was anyone else on the first floor at the time?
Not a soul. I was in the middle of the night. It was the middle of the night after all. So there, in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead.
From a cut on his forehead.
And when you returned, the victim was already...
Dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in.
A little?
He was bleeding from his forehead, after all.
I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that.
That's when I already said
Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin?
I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair. And I figured Kristoff's law offices would give me a friend rate for my defense fees.
Glad to hear you intend to pay.
Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved, after all.
You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high.
Is this the truth this man was talking about again?
Justice, you know what you have to do. He's lying. Expose him.
Yes, sir. I have to think, what's Mr. trying to tell me with this testimony? The truth has to be in there somewhere.
We never pressed him
Okay.
on this.
Didn't we?
I just presented
Try it.
immediately.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Why in the bottle?
I perceived my opponent's intent immediately. I'm used to entrapment, you see. I knew what was coming.
Ho ho. So you struck first. I like that.
I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me.
At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't.
He's got a point.
Huh.
We should probably find the answer and then end.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to come back to this.
Right.
Wait. Well. Evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph.
Sure.
Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes later after Christoph left.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered a trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from the cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Let's see.
It's not obvious.
It's not obvious.
Can you look at the phone real quick? Well, I really just meant the description.
Oh. Well. Restaurant's first floor. So not necessarily.
Wait. So you notified the police that there was an attack.
Mm-hmm. But it
There
didn't
was,
say
like,
it was a murder.
Okay. He didn't know there was a murder until he called Gavin.
Can you see me some of the other statements again?
Oh, whoops.
Expose him.
Sat at the table in this photograph.
Let's look at the photograph in question.
Look
it
at
is-
this photograph.
Do it!
I don't see anything that sticks out to me here.
Not yet.
Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left.
Okay.
I discovered a trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. And the bottle in question is this one.
Maybe.
Unless
Unless it isn't.
Unless.
I'm only speaking up because I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
Is it the photograph of the table that shows that they could have been a different wine bottle?
This
No,
one?
the other one.
Oh yeah,
Another
there's
one.
another photograph that has a bunch of wine bottles.
The one you were looking at before.
Not
Of the two of them sitting.
the color one.
This one.
Yeah.
Could
Well,
it
those
be
are all
that?
unopened.
But
Do we know that?
I mean, they
you
have a
don't know that.
cork at the top.
So does the one that we have in evidence.
What
Yeah.
about the uncorked one in the back?
Let's present this one. Just in case,
Try
I
it.
think. Nope.
No.
Aww.
Your Honor, I have an idea.
Oh, we read
Because
this.
I feel like the whole card in the bottle thing is the only thing objectionable, but we already went through all of that.
Is this one of those where I press something again? I hate those.
They wouldn't do that in the first case.
I'm gonna look it up.
Like, the main thing I'm
has
thinking...
anything to do with it.
Oh.
Back of the cards are red except for that bitch. For some reason, I thought they were blue before.
We already kind of came to the solution of that, but
Yeah,
if it was a red card in this bottle, it wouldn't be hard to see, would it?
No.
There's definitely nothing in there.
If you put a red
And-
card in a
Oh,
green bottle, it
and-
would look like black.
I am seeing that, but that doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
We're
Alright, how
not
close
quite
are
on the
we?
right. We're not quite on the right track.
Okay.
Do you want? Tell me what kind of hints you'd like,
Statement.
if any. You want to know which statement?
Yeah.
Okay. I discovered that. No, sorry. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead.
Oh, but we wouldn't know that because he had his hat on.
Oh.
Fucking
Nice.
hat.
Hell
There's the
yeah.
hat.
Should we
Now
stop
That's-
here?
That's
Sadly.
sneaky.
it's time.
it is also
Okay.
not close enough that we could like close it within 10 minutes.
No, unfortunately
No,
not.
probably
We're gonna have to wonder what happens. What happens to Gavin? What
Yeah.
happens to Apollo? Oh my goodness, it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
We
but you know what?
stopped at a part that doesn't have music, so now
You
the
know.
timer's gonna be silent.
You're saying
Well, we
that.
can go back to the
You're
title
saying that,
screen.
but I'm just gonna do this and go back to the
You
menu.
know
Go
what,
back to-
you're right.
Go back
And
to
we're gonna
the
jump to
screen.
this instead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Let's
jamming.
go.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
Guys, I love this game. Thanks for playing. A
I'm
bit of it
so
with me.
excited to be back to Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
been so long.
Better jam.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
Guys-
happy that these got put on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, tomorrow we're taking a break night, but
Mhm.
on Friday, I believe we are playing Resident Evil Revelations raid mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying the multiplayer.
Mhm.
Right, Jay?
Aha, yeah, yes you are.
Jay, you did great tonight. Good job.
Yeah. Let's have a round of applause for Jay. Our new Ace
I
Attorney.
did fine.
Yeah, I
Borscht
think it was Borscht.
Borscht.
Guess it was just Borscht.
I think this is the game. No, in the third game, that is when they started the really long first trials. But yeah, I don't think like any future first trial in the games series takes one stream.
That's fine.
So, but it was Borscht. We'll see
It was
you on
Borscht.
Friday.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.